Hi, this is Matthew Peterson from HomeWatch Caregivers, where we help seniors live where they choose with safety, comfort, and dignity in a way that provides peace of mind for them and their families. Uh, I'm really happy to be talking to Armen Abrahamian from Long-Term Care Insurance to talk about the importance of long-term care and long-term care planning. Armen, why don't you tell us more about it?
Sure. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you for having me. So I guess I'll just start by saying, it's no secret today that we're living longer. There are over 50 million Americans 65 and older, and the government is telling us that 7 in 10 65-year-olds, and just an incredible statistic, are going to need some form of long-term care service, whether that's at home or an assisted living facility or a nursing home. Currently, there are about 12 million Americans receiving long-term care services. And this has just a huge impact financially and on families, because so often families end up receiving that burden of care on their shoulders to care for mom or dad at home, in assisted living facilities, and so on and so forth. So that burden of care is huge, and it's so important. We plan for retirement. We put money away in a 401k, IRAs, et cetera, et cetera. We do college planning for our kids, tax planning. It's tax season right now. If we don't address the issue of long-term care planning, it could be catastrophic in so many ways. Matthew, what I'd like to do is make the distinction between short-term care and long-term or extended care. Short-term care or acute care is what we get insurance coverage for. We've grown up with this. Anthem Blue Cross, United Healthcare, Connecticut, Medicare. Those will pay for us in a hospital or with our doctor's visits, but they will not pay for long-term care, home health care, assisted living facility care, nursing home care, if what we need is help with things like activities of daily living, bathing, dressing, for example, or if we have cognitive impairment. So how do we end up paying for this if insurance isn't going to pay? Ultimately, really, there are only three ways to pay, and first and foremost is cash. So everything we've saved for our IRAs, 401ks, money markets, et cetera, those all get subject and are vulnerable to a spend down. And secondly, there's Medicaid. Medicaid is that parachute cord that we could all pull, but we need to be impoverished. So typically, you're spending down most or all of your assets. So those are two of the ways. A third way is some form of insurance. There's long-term care insurance. There are other forms of insurances also that will pay for those expenses. So, in Connecticut, I'll just add that we are the second highest costing state in the country when it comes to long-term care services. Nursing homes in this state are averaging $500 a day. I mean, it's just an incredible amount of money. It's $15,000 a month, $180,000 a year. Assisted living facilities, certainly less expensive than that. And, terrific home health care agencies like yours, Matthew, it can range, as you well know, depending on the need for care.
But it's not cheap. I mean, this is something that people need help. We're going to do this in three parts. So the next part, part two of this video series, Armen's going to be talking about a little more detail about the care strategies themselves. Armen, we'll do this as part two, and thank you everybody for watching, and watch the second part of this soon. Thank you.
Thank you.